Well, for those of you that remember or watched the last episode, you would remember that I said that you guys would be back for the start of the new season. Well, we've got an offer for Kramarch, and that could change things because if we can sell Kramarch for a good price, we are going to sell him and bring in a new and improved young striker. Well, that being said, let's see what Villarreal are willing to give us. I'm going to need about 10 million more than what we have here, or a very good young striker of their own, which they don't have, and I don't have any interest in Paco Alcacer. The only other way would be if they had a really good midfielder to also add to our team, which I could add Coquelin, but I'm not really all hyped up about. And anyone else here I'm not overly excited about. So we're just going to try and take some cash here. And let's see what they say about this. They're probably going to walk out, but they're not. So they obviously want him. So we might be able to get some really good money here. Let's see what they say about 43 million for March. They are willing to take 43 million for March. I realize that now means we're going to have to sign a striker, but Kramarch is 29, which means he's going to start declining soon. It has a value of 27.5 million, and we just got 43. I can't be mad at that. That's a signing we have to take. We also just got Otto, but we're already going to have to sign one striker now, and we are rejecting that. We're going to need him. So, in saying that, we've now sold Kramarch. Once money comes in, we are going to have to decide which striker we want to sign. And so that signing is going to be made in this episode. If you guys are enjoying, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys when we have a little bit of money. It is official. Are going to be the best player on this team. Andre Kramarch has been sold to Villarreal. It's maybe a controversial decision, but we got good money for him at age 29, and I think it's time to move on and pass the torch to Bebu and whoever we decide to sign. A lot of people want this João Close, man. At 23 years of age, 69 overall, I suppose I can understand why, but I'm keeping him for myself as my striker number 3. But that being said, it is time to find our new striker number 1/number 2 alongside our man Bebu. And we are going to have a nice chunk of money to do it, what I believe is going to be close to 50 million. And I guess the question is, how proven of a star do we want, right? Because we can go with someone who's not as good, but has good pace and is decent, like Wang Hee-Chang. We can go with someone a little bit older, but kind of defeats the purpose of selling Kramarch, and someone like Muriel. Or we can go young with a lot of future ability, like someone in Darwin Nunez, right? It's also Isaac and Rafael Leao, who are quite good options as well, who we often got scouting reports in for. Mateus Cunha is also someone who could play at striker. However, he might be a little bit out of our price range. Yusuf Poulsen's also an option, although I don't love him. He's a little bit lanky. He is 26 now. He's a bit older than I would like to sign. So I think we can remove him and Yusuf Poulsen right away. And Che Adams probably isn't leaving England, so we can remove him. And so we're kind of looking at Wang Hee-Chang and Darwin Nunez. And Darwin Nunez is obviously more expensive, but it's 3 years younger, the same overall. A good young product playing with Benfica, who has a lot of talent. And as far as we're looking at his ability, 83 sprint speed, 84 acceleration, 85 strength, 76 reactions is a little bit low. He has some nice vision for a striker. 76 finishing, 72 dribbling, with 72 ball control. He has some nice stats on him, as long as 3-star isn't amazing. But I think he could be quite good for us. He's quite young. And what this would also allow is it would allow us to potentially have the money to upgrade our center mid position right now. Potentially. I don't know if it would happen. And we might have to swap one of our center mids there right now to get one, but we might be able to get someone like Demirbe. We also might be able to get someone young like Hydera and have them develop, or Serdar. So, we are going to go and get ourselves Darwin Nunez. I know this is a downgrade on paper, but we are developing for the future here. We're going to bring in some young players and try to improve from the ground up. And so we're going to get ourselves Darwin Nunez here, and then we are going to see if we can have enough money to also upgrade our midfield. And if we can do that, then that would be the way to go. We're probably going to have to swap Semi Sekou, Prilitic, or someone like that in that move. But I don't necessarily mind that because I don't really need them as depth bench center mids. I don't really think we player swap in this, do we? I don't think. Unless we have a surplus of center back still. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we definitely don't have a surplus, but we do have enough. Fullback is not something we have a surplus of. We do still have to get rid of Larson. We haven't gotten rid of him yet, and so I am willing to put him in here. And potentially another... Let's start with 8 million. 9 million. 9 million in Larson. Let's see what they say to that. No Larson, 20.7 million. Okay, so they don't want Larson. Fair enough. I don't really want the sell-on clause on him. But let's see what they say to 13 million. They're back up to 22.4. Okay. I'll come up. Let's say 16. Let's say 16.5. Okay, 16.5 for Darwin Nunez. They're not budging, are they? Can we get 18 million for Darwin Nunez? I really don't want to have to pay the full 20. I feel like we can get him for cheaper than that. We'll consider your offer and come back shortly. Okay, it's a start. It's a start. Now, if we can get Darwin Nunez for that price, a price of 18 million, that leaves us a lot of money in our midfield, right? Probably not going to need more than that in the wage budget. And for that reason, I'm kind of tempted, if they don't accept this Darwin Nunez offer, to end up going and getting someone else, because I feel like we can get better at the striker position. Whether it's Isaac, whether it's Leao, whether we go scout someone in the Bundesliga, and I think we are going to go scout some Bundesliga options. I feel like we need to explore our options a little bit more, given the amount of money we have. We do have a little bit more than I thought, if we're being completely honest. So I think we need to give our options a full look here. Belotti has moved to Leverkusen, which is quite interesting. Is there anyone here that really interests me? Luka Jovic is interesting, but he is on loan. There's no one that's really that great here, kind of at the level I want, is there? Playa could be of interest. Playa could be nice, actually, but he is 27. I don't mind his age, though. Raman could also be interesting. Sargent's not quite at the level I want yet. Andre Silva could also be another interesting signing. Okay, there's a few options. So we might let those scout a little bit more. So I think we'll let those scout a little bit more. We'll see what Benfica come back with. We might, even if they do accept, we might just let that offer sit for a little bit and see what the scouting reports say. And go from there on deciding who we get at that striker position. Because we do have a bit more money, right? We can get a solid player at striker and at center mid to really improve this team now. So let's see what we can do and go from there. I will be back when we are getting back into some transfers. As you can now see by the Bundesliga backdrop, we are now a couple of days away from the season, and it is time to go and make some signings. Okay, apparently Cristiano Ronaldo's now in our scouting report. So, time to sign a striker and a center mid. Period. Okay? So, Wang Hee-chan, not good enough. Rafael Leao, not good enough. Raman, we don't have a scouting report on yet. Darwin Nunez, not good enough. So we are looking at Alexander Isaac, Alessandro Playa, and Andre Silva. One of these is much older than the other. We are not going to take Alessandro Playa. Simple as that, okay? Now, we're going to be deciding between Andre Silva and Alexander Isaac. Now, Isaac is 2 ratings less, 4 years younger, and looks to be about 10 million cheaper, roughly. This seems like a no-brainer to me. Shooting isn't much worse. His mentality is the main thing. His athleticism is about the same, and his technical ability is about the same. He has a 3-star weak foot compared to a 5-star weak foot. He has the height, he has the physicality. We are going to approach to buy Alexander Isaac from Real Sociedad. We are not paying 69.9 million for him. That is for sure. We will see if we can negotiate for him. I don't really want a player swap in this one because that's what we're going to try and do in the center mid signing we make. However, I am willing to add a nice little sell-on clause if that helps them lower this cost so we can have more money to sign our center mid. 44.1. I'm willing to bump that sell-on clause up. But let's drop down to 35 million. I don't really want to go too much more than this. We go 38. Can we go 38? Oh man, we're gonna struggle to have enough money for center mid of quality. 40 million for Alexander Isaac. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's good. That is very, very, very good. We will definitely take that. Let's negotiate him. Let's get him signed up, and let's see how much money we're going to be left to sign center mid. Yeah, crucial role, 100%. He's going to be the new main man up top. The funny thing is we got him for roughly around the same price as we sold Primarch for, and he's only a little bit worse and is much younger. So, that was a good piece of business in my opinion. No release clause, of course. Oh, he wants a release clause. I can't have him on a release clause. I can't. Oh, he wants like such a small wage though. And I don't think he's going to get 25 goals. I usually don't get that many goals with a singular player. Only 21k wage. I am very happy with that. We now have our new star man at striker. You do love to see it. Here's how the team sheet now looks with Isaac in the squad, and the next hope is that we can get Rulitish out and we can bring in a new center mid into his spot. That is the plan here now, and then we are only a couple of days away from the first game of the season. I'm so excited to go and play with this new team, man. We have drastically improved how this team is going to look. Now, with that being said, before I go and sign anyone, we need to go look at exactly how much money we are dealing with. I don't think we're going to need this big of a wage budget to sign him, or to pay anyone here. This is probably a bit more accurate. So we're dealing with pretty much exactly 30 million here. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get someone who's good and young. I feel a little bit out of the price range. But let's see what we're dealing with here. Dahoud, we could sign. Emery Chan, we could not. Demir Bay, we could sign, but is a bit on the older side. Eggstein has now just moved. Hydera, we could sign. Serdar, we could sign. And then we're into center backs now, I believe, for everything, yes. So we are looking at Serdar, Hydera. To be honest, the only one who really upgrades anything is Demir Bay, and I don't know if Demir Bay is that much better and at that age worth signing. I don't think I'm really excited about anyone that's there, to be honest. I might go scout a few more guys here. Sandro Tonali I'd be a little bit more excited about. I think I'm just going to scout a few more. I might wait to see what pops up. And then we might sign someone at the end of the summer, we might sign someone in April, we might just rock with what we have right now. But no one that I'm seeing right now is any massive bit better than what we currently have, so I don't think I'm really in a hurry to spend that money on that. And so with that being said, I think I am going to hold tight and not spend any money at this time being, and go into our first game of the season with what we have. Palacios would actually be a really nice signing. That's something I'm a little bit more interested in. So that's something that we could see ourselves do, just a couple of signings like that. And that might be a bit more likely. Let's just go back up. And yeah, Tonali, we'll have that scouting report in 9 days. He could be of interest. And then, what did we just scout? Okay, we scouted. I can't find them now. Oh, Palacios, right. Palacios could be very good as well. He'd be someone that I would really like to have. So we'll wait for those scouting reports to come through, see what their values are, and potentially we will sign them at a later date. But I think we are going to play the first game without a new midfield signing alongside Newhouse. It'll just be Newhouse and Vilicic, and then we could potentially see someone new come in after this Hertha Berlin game. But we are going to dive into this Hertha Berlin game as currently constructed. Is this just a message from Rudy? That's the thing, is we still have Rudy on the team as well, right, for the season, so he's a nice extra bit of depth as well. Go into the press and get our media session done. Yeah, it's just 1 game of football now. Europa League is the minimum target. I would strongly agree with that. Dika definitely will make a difference, and Dika is going to be very important for that back line. Very, very important. That being said, we are going to play this match. We are going to get the full experience with our new players, with Hoffenheim, and let's get ourselves right into it and enjoy the debut game with Hoffenheim. We weren't able to create anything too much there in that first half, but considering we didn't concede either, considering some of the chances we had against us, we will take that and hopefully get ourselves the winning goal and hopefully our shot on target in the second half. I mean, we just keep giving it back and forth to each other, don't we? I mean, there you go, right? I mean, no one's keeping it. It's like, you have it, you have it, you have it. No one wants the ball. Isaac getting a little bit in behind here. Trying to get it off to Beru. Beru, back in Isaac. Newhouse. Nurivicius. Beru, back to Nurivicius. Von Gartner. Back to Newhouse. Nurivicius. Newhouse. Von Gartner. Oh, tried to lay it inside, but it was just a touch too late. Key win there, though. Von Gartner. Rebu. Rebu gets Isaac to come back. Isaac. Isaac. Rebu. Rebu. Milicic. Von Gartner. Isaac. The long legs of Isaac. Just get it inside. One more. Hit. And it's the leading goal scorer of the preseason tournament. Milicic does it again and starts it off in the book for Hoffenheim in the regular season in the Bundesliga. The man, apparently, with all of his like 60 shooting, knows how to score. Who's had some poor touches on scenarios like that tonight? Nothing back inside. Cover now though. Great challenge again. Oh, I just keep it though. Oh, great block there by Skov. We slide it up. Yes, good ball. Just listen to the fans here, Derek. He's on. Beru. Beru can run. Beru can run. Can Beru score? No, he can't, but can Isaac get a rebound? Oh, nearly. It's a good run there by Beru. Kills more time. We only have a couple minutes left now. It should be ours if we don't do anything too stupid here. It would be a big 3 points in the bag to start the season against a game we should win at home against Hertha Berlin if we're going to see ourselves anywhere near the Champions League spots. Only a couple of key chances in this game, but there it is, the final whistle. 3 points for Hoffenheim to start off the season. Newhouse plays well. Isaac plays quite well as well. Milicic, our preseason goal scorer, gets the goal, and Dika was the man at the back. A new signing in the midfield could come yet, but that'll wait until at least next episode, or if not, might even be next season, could be January. Who knows? But the team looks good there today. Get the job done and get the 3 points. That is going to be all for this episode. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.